I mean, let's hope so. We might actually be able to win the league then. Hello everyone, welcome back to more Careering Onwards with me, Mr. Grand 2, here with Liverpool, and well, it's going to be a massive month of the season. Some huge games across the next 2 episodes against, well, 2 of our former employers, many decisive games in the league as well. Obviously, last time didn't end particularly well with a crushing 3-0 defeat to our title rivals Manchester City. We were pretty rubbish, it's fair to say. A chance for revenge in the next episode in the league again, but we need to try and just sort of, keep up the consistency elsewhere and not let anything slip. Aside from that, we've obviously already dropped quite a few points this season against Wolves, against Arsenal, against Newcastle. The thing is, if we had won even just one of those games, the situation would be a lot rosier. Even if we just drew with Wolves, for example, and then we beat Newcastle, we would be level on points with City, despite the fact that we lost to them. It's been frustrating, it's fair to say. But we are still in 3rd place, 45 points. We're only 4 points behind them, although we are level on points with Arsenal. They've come out of nowhere, and their goal difference is now better than us. So just the one game since last time, it was a 2-0 win against Aston Villa. Pretty routine. Foucher and Salah with the goals, but now we turn our attention to this mega month of football. And starting things off, first of all, we've got the FA Cup 3rd round, which we wouldn't normally play, but we are playing it because our opponents are Cambridge United, our first employers at the start of this save. It's a long time ago now, but they gave us our first job, and it's been an interesting time for them since we left. I mean, it was an interesting time when we were there. Of course, we took over and finished 3rd in League Two in our first season. We then won League One the following season, got promoted into the Championship. We left them mid-season with them in a pretty strong position in the Championship to survive at least. They did survive, but then they got relegated, bottom of the league the following season. And well, since then they've done quite well, stabilised clearly in League One, finishing in the playoffs every single season under Lee Johnson, but they didn't manage to get promoted. And this season in League One, they are struggling, down in 20th place, just 1 point above the relegation zone, looking like they might be on to slip back into the 4th tier, which is not ideal really. Lewis Boamorte of Cribs fame currently in charge of them. I mean, hopefully he can do well. It's a big job for him though. So it's going to be interesting to see how things have changed, which players are still there. There are a couple of players who are still in the squad from when we were last in charge. After that, then we will be playing, I'll bring you the goals of the first leg of our Carabao Cup semi-final against Manchester United, and then the other main focus will be our Merseyside derby at Anfield against Everton. Now, Cambridge obviously having a pretty poor season. The FA Cup, not really my priority because we did win it last year. We want to still do well if we can, but definitely a chance to rotate quite a bit to give some youngsters a few minutes of game time as well. So that means that in goal we are going to have Mohamed Ben Salam, who has not played many games for me at all, but I think he played a couple of games in some cups last season, but he's going to be getting his first proper senior start today, developing very nicely, looks very well rounded at the age of 18. He's French, of course he's French, we've got so many French youngsters. The defence is going to be Jamal Lewis, Lefebvre, Gomez and Aarons. I mean, there's a temptation to play Mick Hogan. I have actually played him in a cup. I played him in the Champions League. He played really well. We're going to play him. I love the moustache. He's going to play instead. Salvador is going to be in midfield with Naby Keita and Ryan Gravenberch. Naby Keita is probably going to be leaving. We've accepted a bid. It's a loan bid, but they will pay all of his wages for the most part from Bournemouth. I'm going to look to maybe get someone else in to cover for him. He is declining quite a lot, and he's unhappy, and he's not going to change his happiness levels anytime soon. Tom West is also probably going to be leaving on loan. We did reject a bid from AC Milan for him, which was a permanent bid, and he is not particularly happy about that. I mean, he's developed really quite well. I would quite like to keep him. I've said I'll accept a bid of 45.5 million. If we get that, I'm probably going to take it. He is decent, but not amazing. And yeah, I think he would quite like to go and play football somewhere else, which is fair enough because he's 23 years old, and we're kind of holding him back. Anyway, Harvey Elliott's going to be on the left-hand side because Richard has still got a virus. Unfortunate. Vignato's going to be on the right-hand side, and then Moussa Dembele. But again, there's a temptation to play Jacobson. We could do that. I think we'll go with Moussa Dembele because he's not had much football recently, so he deserves to play. So exciting times. The only player in the starting lineup who was there when we were there, who we signed, in fact, is Lloyd Jones. He's 31 years old now, still doing the business though. What a player he was. We got him on a free from Luton, and he was excellent in our time at the club, and he's continued being pretty good. Not quite the standards that he achieved when we were in charge, but pretty solid, reliable servant to the cause. Nobody else there though on the bench or anywhere else is somebody that we recognise, but they've got some decent players. Charles Cook on the left hand side, not too bad. Right, I expect nothing but a win. It'd be a big embarrassment if we couldn't beat them. We had to play this game really, because realistically we're not, unless it's a kind of cup situation like this, we're not going to be able to ever play Cambridge again. I mean, I hope not. I hope we're never in League One or League Two ever again in the save. That'll be pretty bad. Anyway, corner in first of all. It's been cleared. Harvey Elliott back on it though, and we're looking at an early goal here would be quite good. It's already 10 minutes in. Gravenberch to Cater in his probable final game for the club. Max Aaron's on the right hand side, finds a bit of room. He puts it across to Elliott. Gravenberch is there, and Ryan Gravenberch is there to supply the finish. His second of the season. He's done quite well in a few cameo appearances so far this year, and another opportunity for him. He's a bit of a utility man in midfield, and not done too badly. Not great goalkeeping there from Walton, but it's a good goal for Gravenberch nevertheless. Now I don't want to annihilate Cambridge here. I don't want to embarrass them, but I mean we do want to win. Obviously, we want to progress as well as we can, but let's not humiliate them. It's another opportunity though. Gravenberch across to Mick Hogan. We want to see more from him on the left hand side. He's been fouled. Is it outside the box? It's a penalty, which I'm assuming Moussa Dembele is going to be taking. Yes, he is. Steps up, and well, big save from Walton. Big save from him. Not great from Dembele. Usually very reliable. Is that going to end up costing us? I hope not. I mean, Mick Hogan, as we've seen before, exceptionally good, apart from his 9 pace, which is just really confusingly bad. Free kick for Cambridge. Charles Cook puts it across, and it's Nathan Sharon heading just over. Warning signs from our old team. I mean, I was worried about destroying them. It's not been a destruction. It should have been 2-0. It's still only 1-0, and second half is upon us, and we're not running away with it. Harvey Elliott with a free kick. When that does go in, I think it's going to be offside though. Moussa Dembele, he's missed a penalty, and now he's offside. I think Dembele's going to have to come off here because he's having a bit of a shocker really. Vignato into Salvador. Naby Keita back out to Max Aarons. Can he whip a ball in? He goes inside. It's come to Naby Keita, and Naby Keita scores his first of the season. It'll be his last of the season, at least in a Liverpool shirt. And I mean, he's been a long-serving player at the club. We wish him well, but obviously just a bit unhappy with how things have gone for him recently. So yeah, but a good way for him to sign off there. Dembele's definitely going to come off for Jacobson though, that is for sure. And this one kind of petering out really. We'll give Girardeau a little bit of game time, I think, and who else? We'll bring on Tom West as well. We'll give Naby Keita a standing send-off as he departs the Anfield pitch for the final time. And there we go, nothing else happening. Very routine. It'd be nice if everything could be like that, but then we're not playing a team who are just above the relegation zone in League One every week. But a 2-0 win safely through to the 4th round as we mount our FA Cup title defence. Well, this is a turn up for the books. I don't think I've ever had this about any region I've ever had, and certainly not someone who is in the starting lineup every week. But Pierre Foucher missed training today as he was spotted leaving a nightclub in the early hours of the morning. I do not expect that kind of behaviour from you, sir. He will be disciplined according to the club's code of conduct. He's been fined a week's wages, and rightly so. You are a regular fixture for us and for the French national side. I expect better from you. And our 4th round opponents in the FA Cup will be Bristol Rovers, which is not too bad. He just adds why is it there? Why is it there? Thank you very much. Just completely ruining the next episode for this month. Just what am I supposed to do about that? Oh well, it's been a while since we've had a run-in with these mugs, but PSG bidding for Alisson, and he will be unsettled if he's not allowed to speak to them. I mean, he's 34, but he's still amazing. So no, you're not going. That's not an option. He's not happy about it. What does he want? he wants. It's a big chance for me to play alongside better players, and I'd like you to let me discuss terms if they bid again. I mean, no. Do you want more money? I'll give you more money. I really don't want to lose my goalkeeper in the middle of the season. That wouldn't be good. What's it going to take to keep you here? He wants to win the Champions League. Yeah, that's fine. We'll win the Champions League. Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Was there a time limit on that one? He wants to win the Champions League this season. Well, we might need a new goalkeeper in the summer, but that's fine. That's for the summer to worry about. Right, then Navigator is going to be going out on loan to Bournemouth for the rest of the season. They're going to pay a big chunk of his wages. I mean, just to get rid of him because he's unhappy, really. Everyone else, they're merely concerned, but he's unhappy. The rest of them we've been able to pretty much persuade. I'm trying to get Gedson Fernandez to replace him. He's 27, pretty decent box-to-box midfielder, just a good solid squad option for us. Shakhtar want quite a lot of money for him, which is a little bit annoying, but I mean, I think it's probably a worthwhile investment. He's still got quite a lot of room to grow. Right then, back to full strength despite Pierre Faucher's transgression. I'm going to play the game against Manchester United. I will bring you the goals, if indeed there are any, hopefully for us and not for them. That would be preferable. Well, the first half, not a single highlight at all, which I mean is at least good to get through it. This is less good though. 55 minutes on the clock, 56 minutes, and Ansu Fati firing home pretty easily, really, to give Man United the lead. Is he offside? He's obviously not offside. Otherwise, we wouldn't have. He wouldn't have been given the goal already, would he? But a good finish from him. 1-0 United, not good. Well, it's 2-0. I was just watching. How are they possibly going to score? We've got a man on either post, Alisson in the middle. Well, that's what happens. Maybe we should sell Alisson, to be honest. Well, there we go. 2-0. I mean, I didn't want to win the Carabao Cup anyway. Obviously, second leg at Anfield, we could change things around, but that's not great, really. So improved performance needed against Everton. There's no one I'd rather get an improved performance against. Well, maybe Man City, really. But yeah, so the team is going to be the same team that played Manchester United. Go out there, do better this time. Overall, in terms of average ratings, it's been a pretty good season for most of them. It just kind of, I don't know, it doesn't. I don't think we've been unlucky. We just sort of haven't performed to as good as we could in certain key fixtures. But anyway, Alisson's going to be in goal. Rafinha, Foucher, Van Dijk and Alexander-Arnold the defence. De Jong, Bentancur and Paqueta the midfield. Of course, Salah on the left, Vujovic on the right, and then Colin Nicholson up front. He's not been as good as we thought he probably would be, or I thought he would be in any case. 5 goals, not enough. Need to see more. Today's the day, Colin. Go out there and smash Everton. Now, of course, the last Merseyside derby was a 4-0 win at Goodison Park, so we want to do the same thing here again today. Now, Everton, pretty decent team. Hamza Chowdhury, of course, former player for us at Leicester. They've got Diogo Jota up top, Nicham, Pedrinho on the right-hand side, Malang Sarr as well. Some very good, solid football manager signings. We should have enough to beat them, though. But we've dropped points already this season in games we should be winning. Games against Newcastle, against Wolves in particular. Let's not make the same mistake today. Now, I'm looking at the league table, and we are. I mean, I know this is sort of, it's happening at the same time. Did Man City drop points or something? I'm confused. Or are they playing at the moment? They must have dropped points. Did I miss that one? Did we just completely miss that? Because that would be a big. They did. They lost 2-1 to Newcastle. They lost 2-1 to Newcastle. That is huge. How did I miss that one? Well, what it means is that if we win, we won't go above them, but we will go within 1 point of them. Now, this is the kind of opportunity we have not taken so far in this save. We need to capitalise on their slip up today. Right, early corner, Mohamed Salah across, and Vujovic, so deadly from that kind of position, normally does not even find the target. Another chance though, free kick this time. Salah puts it across, it goes along the goal line, but it's cleared by the Everton defence. Total domination. They've not had a shot yet, but at half time they've been doing some good defending, if not good attacking. It's still 0-0. It's flown by, just the 2 highlights, but nothing on the score sheet to show for it. I mean, the second half is in danger of doing the same thing. They've had a shot, still not on target. They are very defensive. We're going to go attacking because it's going to be one of those games again where nothing happens and it's 0-0 finally another chance. Salah with the corner in, and it's Colin Nicholson finally doing something good when we need him to. Rises high as 2 players on him. He's a very tall lad, but he gets it away. 1-0. We can go back down to balanced. Another goal would seal it. Really, Bentancur with a pretty weak effort. And the highlight is not over. Everton, well, Nico Hansen clears it, and Pedrinho's on it. He's giving it away to Nicholson. Then Mohamed Salah can pounce on that one. He's been flattened by Nanon in the Everton defence. He will take the resultant penalty to make it 2-0, to seal it. He sends Nico Hansen the wrong way. 2-0. Surely now we are looking nice and comfortable in this one, and we can breathe a little bit of relief to get this one done and get ourselves back on track in this title race. Right, time is ticking away. That was heading for a draw. I could feel it. It was heading for a draw. We'll bring on Vignato. We'll bring on Jordan Richard as well. They've got Ross Barkley playing for them again, which I don't see happening in real life. Salvador can come off. Bentancur, he's a little bit tired. And yeah, we'll bring on Richard for Salah as well. Just see it out. But, well, a relief in this one, it's fair to say. If indeed we do get the 3 points, it's not over yet. Although we are coming forwards slowly again, looking for a third. Paqueta out to Rafinha on the left. Can he put a ball in? He goes inside back to his Brazilian countryman. And we're being a little bit ponderous. Everton, the ball's over the top to Vignato. It's gone in off Luke Shaw. A comical own goal. Although he's apparently offside. Vignato was offside. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. 2-0 in the end. They had 1 shot in the entire game. Complete domination, winning both Merseyside derbies. They had 1 shot in the entire game, none on target. Total domination from us. We've won both Merseyside derbies this season. Full bragging rights in the city. Excellent performance and just what we needed, because if we look at the table in a second, it makes for some very good reading indeed. And there we go. Manchester City's slip up against Newcastle means we are now back firmly within touching distance, 1 point behind them. It doesn't feel like we deserve to be, really, but then they've lost 4 games and we've only lost 3. It's definitely more of a title race. It was kind of, it was only 4 points, but it was kind of feeling like it was slipping a little bit away from us, because they were just sort of, they always got the job done when they needed to, but they have slipped up. And, well, we're firmly back into this. Still a long way to go, though. Still a long way to go. But we are over halfway. And it's certainly hotting up. Next time, then, is going to be interesting. It was obviously going to be City, the second leg against United, and then Leicester. But obviously, the FA Cup game has been shoved in there. And that kind of ruins it, doesn't it? We have to play Manchester City. We can't not play Manchester City, given how close the title race is already shaping up to be. I think it's probably going to be a case that we just don't play Leicester, but I would like to play Leicester. It'd be nice to play them. I mean, we could play City and Leicester and then just do the goals or results of the 2 games in between. That's probably what we're going to do, because I do want to play Leicester. That's definitely something that I'd like to do in an episode, and we have to play Manchester City, given how important that one is going to be. I'll think about exactly how we're going to do it in between now and then, but that is going to be for next time. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe as well so you don't miss the next one, and I will see you next time. It's very tense.